Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. And today we're going to answer this question: which is more profitable, Invisalign or braces within a practice? And I actually was on this great webinar that was presented by Align Technology last night. It was just for orthos. I do enjoy these webinars because I learn a lot. Now, granted, these metrics were from an ortho-only practice. All they do is ortho. So it's not going to necessarily be fully applicable in a GP practice where a component of what you do, it's not like you're running 6 to 8 ortho chairs all at one time in an ortho bay. But the presenter who was presenting had really dug deep into the analytics and the metrics, and he figured out per hour, if he was only doing braces, his net profit was about $1,000 per hour. If he was only doing Invisalign, his net profit was $2,000. Okay, so I'm sorry, not profit. It was production. So two different things, 1,000 versus 2,000. So I know you're saying, oh, well, there's a bigger lab fee, sure, but even when he ran the numbers on the lab fee, that was on the Invisalign, which is something, and it is on the front end, which is a problem. He still found it overall more profitable because he was seeing his aligner patients in far fewer than 8 appointments from start to finish. I know I lecture you, it is possible to see them in 4 appointments. His average was 8. So he was using some type of virtual consult software, virtual check-in software. He did not quite answer which one he was using. So, but he definitely recommended it. He also said all his Invisalign cases, he did require them to he wasn't going to see them every month or so, because that just negates the whole, there's no point to that. So he did recommend virtual monitoring software in between, and apps and things like that as part of the experience. So he definitely found it to be more profitable. Also, he talked about one thing which I've been telling you guys about, which is the staff. If you're doing braces or fixed appliances in your practice, you're going to have much more skilled staff. In many states, they have to have certain licenses. Their billable hour is significantly higher. I know in California, where I was practicing, it was close to $40, $45 an hour. It was closer to a hygienist salary. Bare minimum was $35 to $45 an hour for an assistant. Whereas I know in Hawaii right now, our assistants are going for 23. So, that's half. So in most states, in order to help with Invisalign, you don't have to have anything special beyond an RDA or a DA. You don't have to have an RDA EF. You don't have to have an RDA ortho, extended functions. So that really cuts down on and also you can see so many more Invisalign patients in a given hour because the appointments are significantly shorter. So that's how you're getting the profit. Fewer appointments, fewer need for skilled staff. Other cool thing you can do in terms of staffing, which is neat, and if you are a staff member, you might want to mention it, is a lot of times the appointments can be virtual, and someone can have, a position maybe 1 or 2 days a week as admin, either from home or just admin. Maybe you're out on sick, it's not sick leave, but, disability or something like that, and you could still be working. Maybe you're not physically able to work, you've got carpal tunnel or something, but you're able to work at a computer, and you can still be doing virtual TCing or virtual RDA. Totally possible if you have a pretty big removable or Invisalign practice to set that up. Lots of great softwares that are out there. My favorite, of course, you guys know, is In-Hand Dental. I also like dental monitoring. I just see the price point is way too high, and it has a lot of features and functions that aren't needed for a GP practice. It's just not really applicable for the client base that I work with. Maybe that works for a large ortho practice. But I find that In-Hand is affordable. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of $140, $150 per month for up to 30 patients. So you can get started for not a huge fee, and it's easy to scale and add more as needed. And I've never had anyone that started it that didn't stick with it. Like, they were really happy about it. So give me a holler if you want to meet them and get that offer. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful, but yeah, definitely don't let that initial lab fee get you. And the more cases you do, the more your lab fee is going to go down. It's very easy and very fast to get that lab fee to decrease. So as you get volume discounts and such. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Thank you.